Some parents will say almost anything to dodge child support, from unbelievable excuses to hiding money and denying responsibility. But in this courtroom, every claim gets tested, and the truth has a way of coming out. Today, we're looking at 5 of the craziest attempts to escape child support, and the exact moment they got caught.
I may be seated. Okay, Miss Allen, you're back. It looks like you brought someone with you. What's going on?
King. So he's my nephew's father.
Okay.
And I feel it's only fair that Dad pays child support for, you know, his child.
Okay. And you said for your nephew, if I remember correctly, there were 2 children, right?
Yes.
He was around. I remember you saying
and
it.
he even dropped off some school supplies. You know, he brought him a backpack and he got him, you know, the scissors and Crayolas and stuff, but I mean, he didn't help with school.
Right. Have you ever asked him to help with school clothes or do anything more?
I mean, he knows school starts, you know.
So that's a no?
That's a no.
Okay. Who started?
I mean, because the summer just ended and the school starts and he knows his baby's gonna go to, you know, kinder. He knows that the baby's starting pre-K, so.
All right, everyone, brace yourselves for this one. What starts as a seemingly simple child support case quickly turns into a tense courtroom showdown about responsibility, fairness, and what it truly means to be a parent. On one side, an aunt who says she's carrying the weight of raising her nephew. On the other, a father who insists he's already doing enough. But here's the real question. When informal help and real legal obligations collide, who decides what enough really is? And as this case unfolds, you'll see that sometimes the courtroom is the only place where expectations finally meet accountability.
Okay.
I knew that.
I think you did.
You think I did?
I think you did.
Okay.
All right. All right. So is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him? Because it seems like he has a lot to say.
Let's hear what he's got to say.
Okay. Sir, what's your last name?
Jackson.
Okay, Mr. Jackson, what's going on here?
You guys tell me. I don't know what's going on here.
You were unaware of the reason that you were coming to court today?
Yeah, I'm just here.
Okay, you got served with paperwork. Did you read it?
No.
So you just showed up without reading? You just came to court not knowing what was going on?
Well, I'm not going to miss court.
Well, I'm in here and recognize that you should come to court when you are ordered to come to court, but you didn't read the paperwork, so you're not aware of anything.
I'm in a blind about all this, and nothing was discussed or anything like that. Just prior to, sent you a text message here. I think I still got it.
This moment reveals the first major tension in the case. The father claims he had no idea why he was even summoned to court, admitting he didn't read the paperwork before showing up. Legally speaking, that's a risky move. Court documents exist for a reason. They outline claims, expectations, and potential consequences. But emotionally, you can already sense the disconnect between these two sides. She believes the need for financial support should be obvious, while he seems blindsided by the idea that it requires formal enforcement. So the question becomes, should responsible parenting rely on assumptions, or should it always be clearly defined?
You're welcome. Continue.
Being an amazing father, I go pick up my kids whenever I have the opportunity to. I do work at a bank here as a financial advisor.
All right.
So my schedule is not, it doesn't permit me to go pick them up like I would like to, but through our text message and everything like that, I'm able to communicate with her and go pick them up. As she said before, applies.
Wait a minute, just so I'm clear. So she has custody of both of her sister's kids. Mm-hmm. Are you taking both of the kids? Are you?
No. Just
okay,
mine.
You just taking your son?
Yes.
Okay, because you said kids, so I didn't know if this was this child or you had outside children.
No, well, just this one.
Okay, that you work at a bank, how much money do you make?
Say about $60K a year.
Okay, all right. So you pick up your son, you take him places, you do things with him?
Yes.
Do you buy him clothes and everything like that for your home?
Of course.
Okay. As far as Aunt's home though, Miss Allen's home, you don't.
I can't speak for her.
Now we're getting into the heart of the argument, Mr. Jackson describes himself as an amazing father, explaining that he spends time with his son and occasionally buys supplies or takes him out. And emotionally, that kind of involvement does matter. But legally, child support focuses on something very specific: consistent financial responsibility for the child's living expenses. Spending time and buying occasional items doesn't replace structured support that helps cover everyday needs like housing, food, clothing, and utilities. The judge is already beginning to separate emotional parenting from legal obligations, and that distinction is about to shape the outcome of this case.
When do you ask him?
I don't like to ask frequently because I feel like he knows his child has needs, wants even, and I don't have to pick up the phone and say, hey, your child's gonna eat today. Hey, look, I even brought my electricity bill, you know, like water, electricity, gas, $435.
I could do with my child.
Your child lives in my home and uses this electricity, you know, watching TV or the enjoyment of the air conditioner, you know?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's just your child, you should pay.
Okay.
Financially.
Once again, you didn't answer the question. What do your bills have to do with my child?
You don't, if you're not gonna sit your child, if you're not gonna take care of your child.
With me, but hey, you know how you guys do.
Oh.
What does that mean? You guys do. What does that mean?
I'm not gonna get into that.
Oh, okay. But I asked you to. So what does that mean?
Yes, Your Honor. As I said before, I think I'm an amazing dad. Her and her.
This exchange about the electricity bill is actually more important than it seems. Miss Allen is trying to demonstrate the reality of raising a child. Food, housing, utilities, everything adds up, but Mr. Jackson interprets it as her asking him to pay her household bills. And this misunderstanding is incredibly common in child support cases. Support payments aren't about paying someone's personal bills. They're about contributing to the environment where the child lives and grows. When a child resides in a home, the costs of that home become part of the child's care. So the real debate here isn't about electricity, it's about shared responsibility.
Her sister, how can I say it without being rude? They have certain ways about them.
I could kind of tell that from the last time that they were here.
They have certain ways about them. A little money hungry, if you want to say that. I'm gonna say that and not use the other term. But hey, teach his own. Teach his own.
Okay, and she said some things about the electricity bill and everything like that on those expenses.
No, child support is for the child. Me paying your bills, you have another child there, you probably have other dudes there, that's not my responsibility. So
do you think she was asking you to pay those bills?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she need help.
Miss Allen, were you asking him to pay those bills, or what
No,
exactly
Judge,
was?
I want him to just get the knowledge that, you know, your child lives in a house care of.
Okay.
You know, so that when school comes, there's school clothes and there's backpacks and new shoes and you know.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I mean, I think I understand where both of you are coming from. You know, it's just ironic that, not that you have to have an agreement outside of court, right? That's not a requirement or anything like that. But considering that you all seem to have somewhat of a decent relationship, I just would think this would be a conversation that you all had first.
Things take an emotional turn when accusations start flying, mister. Jackson suggests that Miss Allen and her sister might be money hungry, while she argues she simply wants him to recognize his role in supporting his child. These moments are where many family court cases become heated. Underneath the legal arguments are deeper frustrations, feelings of being taken advantage of, or of carrying too much of the burden alone. But judges are trained to look past the personal conflict and focus on the law. And the law is clear. Financial responsibility for a child doesn't disappear just because parents disagree about fairness.
But I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Jackson, this is what we are going to do. We are going to place you on child support today. I mean, at the end of the day, the law is the law. You do have a responsibility to financially support your child, any children that you may have. Receive some sort of financial support in caring for your son, just like the mother does. All right? You understand what I'm saying? So it's not to punish you or anything like that, but she is entitled to receive some sort of support for taking care of your child. All right? Now, child support is, go ahead.
So all the cash outs.
You told me that. You haven't told me. I mean, I asked, you know, how much have you been giving her?
Like I said, whenever she asks,
But what does that mean? Like, numerically, how does that look?
What, an extra $250 to $500?
A month?
Yeah, say that.
Okay, and
Here comes the turning point of the entire hearing. Judge Vonda B steps in and explains something critical. Child support is not punishment. It's a legal obligation tied directly to income and the child's needs. The judge makes it clear that because the child lives with the aunt, she is entitled to financial support, just like the mother would be. Once, this is where informal arrangements often collapse. Even if money has occasionally changed hands before, the court needs consistent, documented support to ensure the child's stability. And once a judge begins calculating numbers, the emotional arguments take a back seat to the legal formula.
the last time you were here, I believe you said your nephew had been with you, let me see, I have my notes here, 9 months at the time.
250, there's no way. 250 to 500, there's no way.
Okay.
He'll send like 20 bucks here, 30 bucks here, 40 bucks. I've never received a payment more than $50, ever.
So
Never?
is it possible
sure?
that, excuse me.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm
me.
sure.
I let you
Okay.
guys talk the first time. Now I'm talking. So, is it possible that the $250 to $500 means smaller amounts? Is that possible?
Sure.
Because she's saying she hasn't received that in a month.
And like I said, my electricity bill was $430
Once
a
again,
month.
that's not my responsibility.
It's not, but your child lives in my home.
Okay, you keep talking about your bills. You need to
Okay,
focus
well,
on my
let me
child,
just clear
okay?
this up. The bills don't matter, okay? I mean, I get what you're saying. I
Yes.
understand. The child lives there. There
It was
are
just,
things that
you
you
know.
have to pay for. I get it.
I was just saying,
His child
it's-
support is not going to be paid based on your electricity
Absolutely.
bill, your gas bill, any of those
But
bills
he wants
that you
to
brought
sit
today.
here and say $250 to $500. That's much.
Well, she did ask for back child support too, so that's the reason that I asked what it was that you had paid her.
You can take $500 off. Fine.
$500 off the back pay?
Yeah. I'll
Okay,
give him
now
that.
you do understand that back pay starts from the day that you filed, right? She hasn't filed, you know, it's been fairly recent since she filed. So taking $500 off, that'll probably put you around $2,000 in back pay. And you can pay that back at $100.
Now the numbers begin to expose the real dispute. Mr. Jackson claims he's been contributing between $250 and $500 a month. But Miss Allen says she's never received anything close to that amount in a single payment. The judge carefully navigates this contradiction, asking whether smaller payments might add up to that total. This is why courts rely on documented payments rather than verbal claims. Without clear records, it becomes one person's word against another's. And when the judge starts calculating back pay, you can feel the tension rising, because those numbers can quickly turn a disagreement into a legally enforceable debt.
Do that with your gross. That brings your gross to $4,800, which means your net is $3,979.47. And you said you have one child, correct?
Have one, expecting one.
Okay, so you have one child that's already here.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that is $3,979 and $400 a month for the back pay that you owe. That makes your monthly child support obligation $896 a month. All right.
Thank you, Your
That's
Honor.
ridiculous.
You're
But
welcome.
Thank
okay.
you, Your Honor.
Do you all? I mean,
And
it's
my
based on
nephew's
a
gonna
number.
thank you too. My
Is-
nephew thanks you too.
Okay,
And he'll
that's
thank
great.
you too.
No, your bills, thank you. That's what it is.
Okay, the two of you
Whatever.
hush. Thanks. All right. So, as I stated, it's not a punishment or anything like that. It is strictly based on what your income is. Now, if you guys can work together and you decide you want to do something different, you get an agreement or something like that.
My apologies.
Money hungry, like I said. No, I'm good. I mean, I got other priorities right now, so
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for showing up for court at
most
least.
definitely.
Other
Thank you.
priorities than his son.
Miss
Other
Allen,
priorities
your
other than
only
his son.
That's not your
priority,
business.
you have two
You want your bills
priorities.
paid,
The
right?
first priority is for you to make the request as you did, and the second one is to hush.
Yes, Your
All
Honor.
right?
Your
Anything
Honor.
further?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
And just like that, the judge delivers the final ruling, $896 per month in child support, including back pay. It's a decision based strictly on income calculations, not emotions or personal opinions. For Mr. Jackson, it feels excessive. For Miss Allen, it feels like long overdue accountability. But cases like this highlight an important reality. When parenting responsibilities aren't clearly defined, the courts will step in to create structure. The real question now is whether this ruling will lead to cooperation moving forward, or more conflict down the road. Let us know what you think. Did the judge get it right? And if this case surprised you, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more real courtroom drama.
You all may be seated. All right, Mr. Clough,
Yes,
you're
Your Honor.
back, except today you're the petitioner. Looks like we found mom.
Finally found her.
Okay, finally found her. What can I do for you today?
Well, Your Honor, I'm here to get some justice. I think it's time that I've been giving so much money and she hasn't even been here.
Right.
You know?
Well, before we really get started, are the kids in the car with the dog again today?
Kids aren't in the car, Your Honor. The dog got hit, so he's in
Well,
the
I'm sorry to hear that about the dog, but the kids are fine.
They are. They're with the neighbor.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure. So, what's been going on? I mean, it's been a few months since I've seen you.
Right.
So, it looks like you were...
All right, everyone, buckle up because this courtroom case is already heating up. A father walks into court claiming he's been raising 5 kids alone for months while their mother disappeared from their lives. Now he's asking the judge for justice and for child support. But the tension between these two is obvious from the start. Judge Vonda B quickly realizes this isn't just about money. It's about responsibility, absence, and a lot of unresolved anger between these parents.
Here, back when you
Don't
were
look at
here,
me
they
like
had
that.
a... Excuse me?
She just looking at me crazy.
I'll make it easier for you. You focus on me.
Right.
Don't excuse me.
Sorry, Judge.
Don't be sorry, just don't do it. This is your
He
first
gets my
time here
blood
today.
boiling.
The lawsuit on him previously and had the audacity not to show up. So you definitely need to pipe down.
Okay. I chose money though.
Okay, well, you may have, and we're going to get into that and see how much money you probably are going to be paying on check. See?
God don't like ugly.
Oh,
You know what? You talking about you?
God
then.
don't like
Yeah,
ugly.
you know this happens every now and then when the weather is bad outside.
No, it ain't
Things
the
happen
weather,
in
it's
court.
her. And that
Well, no,
evil
the weather
spirit.
is bad.
Right away, we see the courtroom tension explode. The judge tries to keep order, but the parents keep throwing jabs at each other. In family court, this kind of behavior matters more than people think. Judges are watching closely to see who stays focused on the children and who is just there to argue. And in this moment, it's clear emotions are running high, which can quickly work against anyone trying to prove they're the responsible parent.
I got
All
you,
right,
Judge.
Mr. Clough, continue. So, as I was saying, it's been a few months. So the kids have been with you, looks like it's been about 7 or 8 months now.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right? So in this 7 or 8 months, has mom been paying?
Have you been paying?
Well, no,
No,
that's
she
not how this
hasn't, Your
works.
Honor.
That's not how this works.
She hasn't been paying.
All right?
She has not been paying.
Has she at least been?
That man in jail that she ran off with,
Oh, the one that was in the car that you
In the
really couldn't
Cutlass,
see?
yeah.
The Cutlass. Oh, yeah, that's right.
yeah, he got arrested not too long after I saw you for the PPP loan. Is that correct?
No,
That's how she got that.
incorrect. That's incorrect.
She got what? What's that?
The booty in the booty.
What they call it something, though.
Yeah, the BBL. She know.
Oh.
Why you telling my business?
People need to know.
People don't need to know nothing. That's for the gram.
Anyway, Your Honor.
I mean, I wanted to know, but you know, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. I'm not.
Here's where the legal weight of the case really begins to show. The father explains that the kids have been living with him for 7 or 8 months, and during that time, the mother hasn't paid support or even visited them. In family court, that detail is huge. When one parent becomes the primary caregiver, the law often shifts financial responsibility to the other parent. The judge is already starting to piece together who has been carrying the real burden here.
Actually, you know, did he change this life of yours?
Not too much.
Oh yeah.
Mr. Clough.
I know.
Mr. Clough. We don't know. Let's hear her side of the story because I'm pretty sure she's going to say some interesting stuff about finances.
Judge, Clough don't know nothing. Listen, understand that I got at least, you know what I'm saying, 6 figures in the bank.
Oh, okay. Miss Daniels, when I speak, both of you be quiet. Mr. Clough, there will be no more outbursts, okay? I understand you both are frustrated, emotions are high, but let me get through this hearing, okay? Because if I can't get through it, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna reset it. And I know neither one of you want to pay for court parking again, right?
I don't.
You don't want to take off your okay, but you want some sort of relief, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so in order for me to do that, I have to hear the facts. Now, Ms. Daniels, again, continue.
So, like I said.
No, let me direct you really quick. You're getting ready to talk about these 6 figures you have in the bank.
I do.
All right, how much money we talking?
We talking about.
Now the judge shifts the conversation toward finances, and this is where things start getting uncomfortable. When asked about income, the answers become vague and all over the place. That's a risky move in court because judges rely on clear financial information to calculate child support. If someone avoids giving direct numbers, the court often assumes the higher end of their estimate, and you can almost see the judge preparing to make that exact move.
Right, so you obviously came here to waste my time.
I didn't.
You did, because I asked you a very simple question. On average,
simple answer.
On average,
How
much do you make in a year?
Judge, I'd like to say about maybe about 30 to 100K.
Okay, 30 to 100,000?
Yeah.
So we time, and I do not have time to play with you.
Oh my gosh, Judge.
And is this from an employer, or are you self-employed?
I
what do
am
we do?
self-employed.
All right.
I do influence.
What do you influence?
I influence the world.
You clearly aren't influencing. You said the world?
The world.
Well, that doesn't include these.
It's been the last couple months.
Well,
okay?
no, excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes, Judge.
You're influencing everyone but these children that you do not have anything to do with and you do not financially support. You said they were with you. Excuse me? What are we doing here?
And then the courtroom takes an unexpected turn. The discussion suddenly moves to luxury spending, cosmetic procedures, and lifestyle choices. While that might sound personal, it becomes relevant when someone claims they can't support their children financially. In family court, credibility matters. If a parent appears to prioritize personal image or lifestyle upgrades over their kids, it can seriously damage their case, and the judge clearly isn't impressed.
At the 40%. And you said health insurance was about $350, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So your child support, you're looking at monthly on the high end of $100,000. That's what I just based your child support off of. So, I mean, well, I was going to make it higher than that and do it like the $350,000. Then that would make you cap out. But
I think you should do that.
Well,
no.
I think that it's going to help her too much because her child support is still going to be pretty hefty. So I have your gross at $8,333.33. That brings your net to $6,512.07.
Now the judge gets down to the numbers. Child support is often calculated using income and the number of children involved. With 5 kids in this case, the percentage becomes significant. Using the higher income estimate from the mother's testimony, the judge calculates the monthly support payment, and the result is a hefty figure, nearly $3,000 per month. This is the court's way of making sure the children receive the financial support they deserve.
7 cents. So 6,512 times the 40%. That brings your child support amount to 2,600. Are you paid? Are you paid by the day? You paid by the month? How are you paid?
Judge, it just depends.
She just answered my question. That's a monthly amount.
I mean, that's
how
great.
she's
Monthly.
paid, it'll just break down, but the amount is $2,604 plus.
I can give you that.
Plus.
You need it.
350 rate to $2,954.
I got it. Can the kids stay with him now?
The kids will continue to live with him because that's who they live with, and obviously you care more about a BBL than them.
That's not true.
We don't know when she's gonna run off again with the next guy.
No next guy. I'm good.
It'll be a caprice this time.
I'm good.
Oh, okay. So we're good with the numbers then. Is there anything further?
Even after the financial ruling, another issue surfaces. Visitation. The judge confirms the kids will stay with the father since he's been the stable caregiver. But when the mother is asked about visiting them, the answers become complicated. Weekends don't work. Weekdays interfere with school. Transportation becomes a problem. And this moment reveals something deeper. Courts can order financial support, but they can't force someone to show up as a parent. Why?
All right. Is there anything further that you want me to know that's related to this?
Judge, briefly about visitation. How does that work?
The kids are going to stay with him, and you guys are going to work that out at a
we don't get
different.
along very well, as you can see.
Well, I probably see you on weekends if you're so busy.
That's my busiest time, Judge. I can't do weekends. Maybe Monday to Tuesday.
Well, they go to school.
Right, and I'm at work.
Are you going to get them to school?
No.
I can't.
You can't get them to school.
She don't have a car.
You don't have a car?
She make all that
please.
money.
To go see the rose outside.
What kind of roses? I love roses. What color?
I just said rose, like rose gold color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
because I know we weren't talking about that other one. But
no, we're
anywho,
not
that's
good.
neither here nor there. Is there anything further, Mr. Cliff?
I think that's all you're.
So in the end, the judge delivers a clear decision. The children remain with their father, and the mother is ordered to pay nearly $2,954 every month in child support. It's a ruling based on accountability and the reality of who has been raising the kids. But cases like this always leave a bigger question behind. Can money truly replace presence in a child's life? Let us know what you think in the comments. And if you enjoy real courtroom drama like this, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more intense courtroom breakdowns.
Okay. Is it Miss or Mrs. Campos?
Mrs.
Miss, okay. You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, I'm bringing my son to court to see if I can get my son, Julian. He's 6 years old. Juan and Julian's mom were together up until about 3 years ago.
Okay.
Had a good life, beautiful home. Then one day he comes to me. I've never talked to her since she left him. She abandoned him, she abandoned the whole family, including the grandson. So he comes and he says, look, she's gone. And
All right, y'all, brace yourselves, because this isn't just a support case, it's a family pressure cooker. A grandmother is stepping into court not for herself, but because a 6-year-old boy is stuck in the middle of adults who aren't showing up the way they should. And the craziest part, this case is about to expose money, responsibility, and a truth that's been hidden in plain sight.
he and my husband, so Julian had his grandpa, he had me, and everything was fine. Well, last year, Grandpa passed away.
I'm sorry
And-
about that.
Thank you. And things have gotten tougher because of that. So to the point where I came out of retirement, he's still literally in the house that he was in when they were a family. And he doesn't visit, like, Julian's like detached from him because it's been 3 years that he'll come around.
I do see
you
him.
know,
I do see him.
and
I'll get to you shortly.
And
okay.
he
Sorry,
comes
Your Honor.
around, but I don't get it. We had to move out of the house that me and my husband shared. And unfortunately, in this big city, the best place I could find is literally a 1-bedroom. So thank goodness Julian's small right now. He can sleep on the sofa without too much discomfort. I have the bedroom. And so
When she says grandpa passed away and she came out of retirement to Uber, that's the moment this turns from helping out into I'm raising this child. The kid is sleeping on a sofa in a 1-bedroom while the father still has the big house. So the lifestyle stayed comfortable for one person and got survival level hard for the person actually doing the parenting. Who should be carrying the real weight here?
was a little bit back ago, he went and bought Julian some clothes. He also bought himself some clothes. But what my grandson had told me was that if he could have some shoes like Juan. And I said, what do you mean? He got you some new shoes? No, he said, we went to the mall, we got his clothes, his shoes, and I guess because it's cheaper. I get it. I mean, for Julian, he's getting Walmart from me, he's getting Walmart from him.
But Julian was with him.
He was literally with him, and he took him, and I thought they were gonna, maybe things had changed with him, whatever.
If I could
But,
please explain, Your Honor.
You can.
Okay.
since my husband's passing, I need to get medical insurance for him. Anytime, even to take him to the free clinic is not really free. I've still got to pay whatever the prescriptions are. And then the finances, you know, I mean,
That Walmart versus mall story isn't really about shoes. It's about priorities and how a child feels when they're treated like an afterthought. The grandmother is watching her grandson notice the difference. Dad gets the good stuff, the child gets the cheaper stuff, and it leaves a mark emotionally. It's small on paper, but in real life, those moments shape how a kid sees their worth. Oni.
medical coverage, food stamps, well, they tell me no, because with the Medicaid, they needed his information. They said that he's under child support. The mother has been paying the state child support all these years.
Okay, wait. So she's been paying child support to him?
Apparently so.
Okay. All right. And so Julian is under Medicaid.
I couldn't get him under Medicaid
Oh, you
because
couldn't get him
I
under-
couldn't. That's how I found out about the child support. When I asked him about it on the vid, no, it's he doesn't get in it. He doesn't know where it's going to this and that. But I know Juan. There's that money. He knows what I'm talking about. You know, he knows he's getting it, but I'm not getting it.
Okay.
This is the jaw drop moment. She finds out the mother has been paying child support to the state, and the father has been receiving it. So the child had money assigned for support, but the caregiver raising him never saw a dime. Legally, that's a huge red flag because child support is for the child's needs, not a bonus check for whoever can hide it the longest.
So is it indeed a fact that you have been receiving child support from the mother of your son?
Yes, I have.
¿Ves? Que
Okay.
te dije.
And you didn't tell your mom?
No, I didn't feel the need to.
Okay, wait a minute. Is it true that your son, your 6-year-old, has been living with your mom for 3 years?
Off and on, I do.
What do you mean by off and on? Like on the weekend when you pick him
Well,
up, or when you pick
you know,
him up and go with
I'm a promoter for a club, so I do need help, and I thought that was the agreement to go ahead and help me when I'm out of town, you know, and I'm not, as she says, I do have the house, but I'm really there, you know, and I do need help. He can't stay by himself in a house that big at 6 years old. I don't know. I know I couldn't, but.
right?
And I do pay the health care, the 150. I do pay that.
Oh, wait a minute. So that's the missing link here. So you pay health insurance for your son already?
Yes, I pay the 150.
Why didn't you tell your mother that? Why haven't you?
When the dad says, "Aunt, I didn't feel the need to tell my mom," the judge instantly realizes this isn't confusion, it's concealment. He admits he gets child support, admits he needs help, but still didn't provide support or basic information. That's the kind of statement that makes a courtroom shift, because now it's not miscommunication, it's intent.
Giving her a health insurance card. Why haven't you given her anything? That's not fair.
It's not, but I paid for it. I thought that was, you know, all I needed to do from my side. I didn't realize I needed to tell my mom everything.
What do you, it's not serving Julian?
Wait a minute, Mr. Compost. Who takes him to the doctor?
Well, I haven't recently. You know,
Okay,
when she
so
helps
it's
me
fair
out.
to say that your mom probably does it, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't it logically follow, or the information?
Yes, and it's just that
So
I may
you're
have,
letting your mom take your son to the doctor, and they have to call you or something to verify his insurance? That just does not make any sense.
Your Honor, excuse me, they don't call him to verify. I didn't know this is this. Everything has come out of my pension or my Uber money, tips or whatever.
Oh.
I filed for these services that they said that Julian was getting child support. And I have told him, hey, I mean, I've got my son's phone number. I have told him, hey, this kid doesn't feel well, this is going on, that's going on. Even for physical, for him to play the T-ball. And his,
So you're
like,
paying
I can't
out,
right now.
she's literally paying
Yes.
out of pocket, but your son is covered under health insurance.
The health insurance part is wild, because even if he pays $150, what good is coverage if the person taking the child to the doctor doesn't have the card? The judge nails the logic. If grandma is the one handling emergencies, school physicals, and sick visits, withholding insurance details is basically forcing her to pay out of pocket. That's not help, that's setting her up to fail.
For your son,
Yes.
not for you.
yes, and she keeps talking about going to Uber and such, but that's a pretty nice ring on her finger she has there. I don't know how many
Your
tips are
dad
needed.
got me years ago. This is not something I bought in the
And why
last 3
does
years.
that matter?
Because she says she does Uber and such. I mean, if it's really that low,
Oh
wouldn't
my
she?
God, Mr. Compose. No.
Okay.
You
Sorry, Your
obviously
Honor.
came here to waste my time. What kind of club promoter are you?
Well, I'm sure you've seen.
I'm real unfamiliar right now. I can't even tell this is your mother right now.
This is my mother. I left her
Well,
dearly.
I can't tell. You're not paying your mother. You're not helping your mother. She helped you. But I don't believe that she intended to help you for life. I don't believe she intended to raise your son. I mean, she raised you.
Yes.
She's a grandmother, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Your Honor, this big house. I told him we were gonna have to move to a one-bedroom apartment, or we could come stay with him. I'd have my private room, Julian have his private room, and he would have his private
Yeah,
room.
so what's the deal with that? You're okay with your mother in this one bedroom. Why can't she stay in the big house?
Well, it's-
Inconvenient.
The moment he starts talking about Grandpa leaving money and then points at her ring, he exposes his mindset. He's judging her spending while benefiting from her sacrifice. That's classic deflection. Avoid accountability by attacking the caregiver. But the judge isn't buying it because the real question is simple. If Grandma is raising your child, why is she struggling while you're comfortable? On
Is in health insurance?
yes.
All right, so your gross comes out to $3,900. That brings your net to $3,280.28. And how many children do you have?
Just the one.
Just how many?
Just the one.
Just the one child?
Yes, just Julian.
All right. All right, so 20% of that brings your child support to $656. You paying that health insurance of $150. Child support to grandma is going to be $656, as well as the reallocation of the $1,000 that you receive from mom going to grandmother. So grandmother's amount in child support monthly is $1,656, which $656 belongs to you. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
You're-
Grandma, did you understand what I said?
I did understand. He's the only one thinking that I got the mom's name under, whoever it comes under for Julian. And I would have put 2 and 2 together and figured there's some child support following that too. But I just didn't think that he would sink that low. But I again didn't think he'd be taking Julian to Walmart after he goes mall shopping either.
Yeah, and what's that about, real quick?
Well,
real quick.
he's 6 years old. If I get him some 11s, he's gonna mess him up in a day or so.
Okay,
you
I
know?
said real quick. That was too long. That doesn't even make sense what you just said.
Okay.
You can wear 11s, but your son can't.
It-
Shame on you.
Here comes the financial hammer. The judge reallocates the $1,000 the father receives from the mother directly to grandma, then adds $656 from him, meaning grandma gets $1,656 monthly for the child she's actually raising. That's the court correcting a broken system inside this family. So let me ask you, was this justice or was it long overdue? Drop your verdict below, and if you want more cases like this, hit like and subscribe.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Doug, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Judge. Well, Tim to court today because he's not taking care of his children, his responsibility, and I need help. So I'm requesting for child support.
All right, when you say he's not taking care of about that financially, is he not picking them up?
He's
because
not-
that can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. So he's not picking them up. I'm having to pay someone to go pick the kids up from daycare.
Okay.
All right, y'all, brace yourselves, because this child support case starts calm, but it turns messy fast. Mom says she's paying $200 a week just to get the kids picked up, and she's covering $250 per month medical too, while dad is allegedly out every weekend throwing money in clubs. Dad calls it cap, but the judge isn't here for slang. She's here for proof. And when money, pride, and kids collide in one courtroom, somebody's story is about to fall apart.
Paying them, you said?
I'm paying out of pocket.
How
yes.
much are you paying?
Approximately $200 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 different schools that they have to go to pick up the kids, daycare and after school care, and he's not contributing.
Okay.
I also carry the kids on medical.
For how many children do you all have?
3.
3? Okay, and that's for all 3 children?
That's for all 3 children.
Okay. All right. And I'm assuming you know that Tim has money somewhere. You know he can pay for it?
Oh, Judge, he has money.
Okay.
Yes, he has money. He's in the club every weekend he's bringing shots from Facebook, Instagram. I mean, I'm blocked, but I have family members that follow him.
Just telling all your business.
First
Yes.
off, that's cap.
What? Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Look, I'm just saying.
No, what did you say?
That's
A cap.
That's cap, yeah.
She doesn't have on the cap.
Cap means that's a line.
This is the part where the judge locks in on details, because not taking care of your kids can mean a lot, but mom makes it clear. Transportation, daycare pickups, after-school care, real weekly costs. Then she hits him with the lifestyle angle. Screenshots, clubs, money on the stage. And listen, in family court, judges absolutely notice that, because if you can flex online, you can contribute at home. So who do you believe more right now? Mom with expenses or dad with excuses?
He said you were not telling the truth. Is that true?
He's being untruthful.
Okay. Is that a screenshot you have right there?
Yes,
Looks
ma'am.
like. Okay.
It's a screenshot, several screenshots of him in the club. The strip club, might I add,
Okay.
throwing money on the stages.
Interesting.
And,
Okay.
Yes, stacks, chains, everything.
So give me the backstory of this relationship. Like, you all just did not wake up one day and decided that you can't get along, and you're saying he doesn't financially support the kids. How did we get here?
Well, Judge, I should have known better.
What do you mean?
I met him at the club.
Oh, okay. So the same club that he's throwing
correct.
the money at, you were there too?
I was, yes. And
Mr. Tim.
She know I spent about $2,000 on her that night.
Okay. Well, we'll get to you in just a minute so we can hear about
Seriously, Tim.
this throwing of money.
Seriously.
Well,
Miss Doug, pay attention to me.
Well, Judge,
now, you were in the club as a patron.
Yes,
you
ma'am.
say as a patron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Now we get the backstory, and it explains the whole vibe of this case. They met in the club, he was suave, they moved fast, then came 3 kids, and then came the on again, off again chaos. 2 years separated, kids living with mom, and dad apparently nowhere consistent. This isn't just about money, it's about stability, because kids don't care about your relationship drama. They care who shows up every day, and right now, mom is saying she's the only one showing up.
Not at this moment, Judge.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Tim, give me your last name, because I don't just want to call you, by your first name,
No.
unless you prefer me to call you Mr. Tim.
No, it don't matter. Hall.
Hall? Okay, Mr. Hall. Now, you said, so is she capping about you all's relationship, you all meeting in the club? She said she was a patron, but you said you spent like $2,000 on her. I mean...
No, what part she's capping about is me not taking care of the kids.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer. I take care of mine.
All right. Now, define what you mean by taking care of your children, because she just said that she's paying someone $200 a year in different schools. So, is that true? Like, are you not helping with that?
No, I help with that too.
All right.
That's cap as well. You know what I'm saying?
How
Like,
do you...
How do I contribute?
Yeah, how do you do that?
I give you about like, how much I give you a month? I give you like, what?
If you gave it to me, you would know.
So you should know. I
That's a
gave it to
good
you.
point.
If you gave it,
Here comes the first big jaw drop. Dad claims he's been giving her $10,000 and then upgrades it to $10,000 a month. That's the kind of number that can flip the whole case, if it's real. But the judge immediately pins him down with the smartest question. If you gave it to her, she would know. And that's facts. In court, you don't win with confidence. You win with receipts. So when he says, I got statements, but then admits he didn't bring them, that's not just sloppy, that's suspicious.
I just want to know what these numbers look like.
Well, okay, so the numbers is, I gave her $10K a month,
All right.
right? For the
I have that.
For the child support,
$10K a month
$10K a month.
for how many months?
For how many months?
Yeah,
Probably about like 7, 8.
7-8 months.
Who's counting? You know what I'm saying?
me, I'm counting.
Of course.
You ain't gave
But-
10K.
Did you call her baby?
Yeah, you know, she got my heart. She had my kids, so like she always got my heart.
So why don't y'all just get back together?
No,
I'ma pass.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been there, done it. Ain't
That's
gonna
a
go back.
hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
So, Mr. Hall, you said you gave her this money. She's saying no, you don't have any receipts or anything to confirm it.
It's not looking real good, is it?
It's not. What do you do for a living?
I'm a rapper.
You're a rapper. And how much money do you make?
I make about like 200,000, but it's like that's whenever taxes and everything is deducted. she on my neck about payments and, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I get about at least 30,000.
This moment is pure courtroom comedy mixed with real consequences. Dad is trying to charm, talking slick, calling her baby, acting like vibes can replace paperwork. And the judge shuts it down instantly. Then he says he makes $200,000 a year, but immediately starts shrinking it with taxes, expenses, and rap career. Judges have heard this script 1,000 times. Big money outside court, small money inside court. And when she says the math ain't mathing, she's really saying, stop performing and start proving.
Here's the thing though, she takes a chunk out of my money. Then you gotta understand too, I got a rap career.
All right.
So I put a lot into that, so that way I can feed mine. Don't do that, don't do that. We trying to put on a good show for these people.
Well, no, you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to put on a show for anybody. I don't need you capping right now. As she was doing. So I don't need you to do that to me. I need you to be honest with me, because you paying child support is going to be based on the evidence that I hear. And as of right now, you haven't said anything or provided me with anything that would, this money, $10,000 for 7 to 8 months, that's between $70,000 and $80,000 roughly, right?
Right, that's a lot.
It would be enough. However, testimonial evidence is evidence. And she's saying she didn't receive it. You're not showing anything that would suggest.
This is the legal turning point. The judge explains that testimonial evidence is evidence, meaning what you admit in court can be used against you. He admitted he makes $200,000. He admitted he throws money in the club, and he provided zero proof that he paid mom anything near what he claimed. So now the court has one clean thing to rely on, his own mouth. And that's why the judge calls it insufficient evidence. Translation, you talked big, but you brought nothing.
Right?
Right.
Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to base your child support off of that $200,000 a year per your testimony. So under Texas law, it's capped. Okay. So I can't place you on child support based on $200,000 a year per person. So it will be capped, which will make your net resources $896.72. You said there are 3 children. Do you have any other children outside of those 3? Okay, I'm going to move right along. All right. So health insurance, she says that she pays $250 a month for all 3 children. Do you have access to health insurance that will be cheaper than that? Health insurance on the children, because if not, you're going to reimburse her that $250.
So run this to me, Judge. How much am I looking to be paying per month?
Right now, without any reimbursement of health insurance or any credit for health insurance that you could possibly get that's cheaper than $250, you're looking at $2,000.
Now we hit the money math. Texas child support is capped, meaning even if you make a lot, the support calculation won't go unlimited. The judge bases it on his stated income, confirms 3 kids, asks about other children, and then adds the health insurance issue. She gives him a chance. Enroll the kids within 30 days and get a $100 credit. But if he doesn't, he pays the full reimbursement. That's the judge being fair but firm. I'll help you, but I won't chase you.
We will do, instead of you paying her $250 a month for reimbursement, I'll give you credit of $100.
Oh, okay.
But you have to enroll the children in health insurance within the next 30 days. If you don't do it within the next 30 days and she comes back, you'll be paying her the $250 reimbursement.
All right, we'll be back.
Well, that has nothing to do with me. All right. So your child support amount will remain at the $2,969. You know, of course, like I said, that's depending on you getting the health insurance. If not, that number will go up. Okay? Okay? You're gonna see me again because you're gonna do what I'm suggesting, right?
That's kept.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Hall, is there anything else? Mr. Hall, is there anything further?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Ms. Doug, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, if there's nothing further.
And just like that, the final order lands. $2,969 a month. And the funniest part is Dad acting relieved, like he didn't just claim he was paying $10K. The judge basically tells him, if you come back here, it's because you didn't do what I told you. So what's your verdict? Did mom prove her case? Or did Dad just talk himself into child support with no evidence to back it up? If this case had you shook, hit like, drop your opinion in the comments, and subscribe for more courtroom chaos and real rulings.
Is it Miss or Mrs.?
Miss.
Miss Mercy, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, so my baby daddy is just not doing his part, taking care of our twins. It's been 2 years by myself and trying to maintain my career and everything as well.
You said twins. Are these boys, girls?
A boy and a girl, Rolls and Royce.
Okay. What's the boy's name?
He's Rolls.
Rose. Okay. Let's make sure I get it. And Royce is the girl. Mm-hmm. Okay. Royce is actually a cute name for a girl.
I like it.
Never thought.
All right, guys, this case starts with a situation we see all the time in family court. A single mother saying she's been raising twins alone, while the father does almost nothing to help. But the twist here is the father isn't just absent. He didn't even show up to court. Meanwhile, according to the mother, he's out living his life, spending money, dating someone new, and posting flashy moments online. The big question the judge now has to answer is simple but serious. Is this man truly broke like he claims, or is he hiding income while his children go without?
Tell me the backstory. Like, how did the two of you get together?
Yeah, so I was actually at an after party for a concert, and he was a performing artist, and you know, a couple drinks, and you know, I became more social, and then one thing led to the next.
Okay, keep going.
Got
Lead
two
with that.
beautiful kids. He's a rapper, a local rapper though, so he's still building his career. He also does like some hustling on the side as well, so
Okay.
I want a piece of that as well because he makes a good living doing that.
All right, when you say hustling, like that could be.
He does, so he goes to the grocery store and purchases like a lot of the same type of, typically like, there's a lot of baking soda involved.
Okay.
And
So he's a baker.
I would say so.
As the story unfolds, we learn how this relationship even started. A concert after party, a performer trying to build his music career, and a casual connection that eventually turned into twins. But what's interesting here is that the mother also mentions he has side hustles and other ways of making money. But in family court, this matters a lot because child support isn't just based on one job. It's supposed to reflect all sources of income. The challenge, however, is proving exactly what someone earns when much of their work happens outside traditional employment.
Continue.
Yeah, so he's disrespectful, first of all, because I saw him a couple weeks ago with another chick up the block, and he's not even taking care of his kids, but he has time to wine and dine her and all of this. And all I'm asking is that he just...
Do you have any other children outside of Rose and Royce?
He does.
Okay, how many other
I
children?
found out about them after the fact, but he does.
Okay, and how old are Rose and Royce? I don't think I asked
They're
you that.
2 years old.
Two older, one younger. So a total of 3 outside of Rose and Royce.
Correct.
Okay. When was the last time you seen him?
Oh, I saw him a couple weeks ago when he was with old girl.
Okay. Did you have him served at that time? Because I do see a...
Now the emotional tension begins to show. The mother describes seeing the father out with another woman, spending money and enjoying life, while she's struggling to raise 2 children alone. Moments like this often fuel the frustration that brings parents to court. From her perspective, it feels unfair. How can someone afford dinners and dates but not contribute to their own kids? But from a legal standpoint, the judge has to look beyond emotions and focus strictly on verifiable financial facts.
I've already got it opened up to the page.
Thank you. Okay, it's a lot in here. And I appreciate you being prepared and you have it all tabbed. It's quite a bit in here. So, baking, we'll just say baking. How much do you think he makes on a monthly basis?
I would love to find out because I keep hearing different answers to him. He doesn't break even. He's always owing money and, you know, but I know that to be a lie because he's wine and dining this woman. So I would maybe suspect upwards.
in what amounts. But
Here's where the case takes an interesting turn. The mother actually came prepared with screenshots, social media posts, and Google searches trying to prove the father is making serious money. And on the surface, it might look convincing, but courts operate under a strict rule. Internet speculation is not evidence. Instagram captions, flashy photos, and online rumors don't automatically translate into legal proof of income. Judges have to rely on documents like tax records, pay stubs, or bank statements.
age,
So I would assume about 20K weekly is what he brings in.
all right,
Just based on, I mean, all of the stunting on the gram.
okay. So he's one of those. He's on social media. Okay. Well, here's the thing. You said from his regular job?
60K.
60K. All right. So here's the thing. Yes, in some circumstances, you can order that people pay child support based on what you believe is what they're making. However, the issue here is that you're basing it on an assumption, support based on an assumption.
Even if his caption says, like, how much money he's got.
Well, and here's the thing about these captions, and that's why I said, is he one of those? Because people stunt and put certain things.
This explanation from the judge is incredibly important. Even if someone appears wealthy online, the court cannot simply assume they earn a certain amount. Social media is full of exaggeration. People rent cars, borrow jewelry, or post old photos to create an image of success. Without concrete financial documentation, the judge cannot legally order child support based on what someone appears to have. It's a rule designed to prevent unfair financial rulings.
Clear that he has a lot going on.
Except taking care of these kids.
Well, I didn't say that. Those are your words. It's clear he has a lot going on, but that one caption is the only one that I'm seeing that says any mention of an actual dollar amount. I mean, he was served to be here today, so he knows he was supposed to be here, so we can go ahead and place him on child support to ensure that you do start receiving some child support for the children.
Okay.
But the additional amount, we can't do that unless you come back and say, you know, he's making this much more, and you actually get something a little bit more concrete.
Okay.
Okay, does that make sense? Health insurance, who carries the children on health insurance?
I do.
Or just,
For both.
are you included in that?
No.
Okay, $150, all right. And you said he has 5 children total.
Correct.
All right, so we're gonna base that off of 15%. Do you know if he has access to private health insurance?
I'm not sure.
Despite the lack of stronger proof, the judge still moves forward with a child support order because the father was properly served and chose not to appear in court. That decision alone can hurt someone's case. When a parent ignores a court date, the judge often has to proceed using whatever reliable information is available. In this situation, the court bases the support calculation on the father's known income rather than the higher income the mother believes he might be hiding.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, if he does, the reason I ask, because if he does, then he can decide after he gets this paperwork today that he wants to come back to court and show the court proof of
he
his
ain't
actual
doing all
income. He might.
He didn't even bother to show up today.
Well, he didn't. I mean, obviously, I'm looking at an empty chair, but you'll be surprised. Some people do come back, especially when you start speaking about money. Okay? And what I mean by that?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you have any questions about that? Is that a no?
Just maybe what the dollar amount is.
Okay. Oh, I was
the
getting
math.
to that.
Oh, okay.
I was getting to that. Okay. So, based on 15% of
Clip, another key factor here is that the father has 5 children in total. Family courts consider existing children when calculating child support obligations. That's why the judge uses a 15% calculation based on his income, balancing the needs of all the children involved. It's a reminder that these cases are rarely simple. Judges must weigh fairness not just for one household, but for every child connected to that parent.
his gross income based on $60,000 a year is $5,000. His net is $4,120.17. 15% of that would be $150 reimbursement. Brings it to $768 per month. And that's for both kids. You look like you
that
went
was
down.
for each kid.
No, it's
okay.
based on his income. Each kid would well exceed
I'm gonna
what
find
it
out
is.
the rest of his income.
Well, I mean, if you find it out and you bring something in here, it's credible, it's something that I can actually quantify. Like if I'm making $5,000 every 2 weeks, well, we can quantify that, right?
Okay.
That's $10,000 a month. So you multiply that over a course of a year. You see what I'm saying? Something a little bit more concrete. So, do you have any questions about anything?
No.
Okay. All right. If there's nothing.
In the end, the judge orders the father to pay $768 per month for both children, including reimbursement for health insurance. It may not be the amount the mother hoped for, but legally it's the amount the court can justify based on the available evidence. However, the judge also leaves the door open. If stronger proof of higher income appears later, the child support order can always be modified. Now the question goes to you. Do you think social media lifestyles should count as evidence of hidden income? Or did the judge make the right call by sticking strictly to the law? Let us know your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.